getting a lot of money without paying any form of tax to the federal government. And this is coming amidst alleged plans by the Federal Inland Revenue Service to onboard media content and influencers into their tax system. Now, Magaji says ignorance of the law is not an excuse. It is stated in the Company and Allied Matters 2020 that for any business to take place in Nigeria, whether you are doing business with your name or any other name, you must surrender your business for registration. If you are a content creator on the internet and you have a large followership and you're gaining or making money from it, you must register, and that's the provision of the law, and we are all out to enforce the provision of the law with its penalties. Please make it make sense to me. Welcome to the General Open Banters. These are the conversations we'll be having today. 09073530044 are the numbers to call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mata.
Yes, welcome. GB, it's good to have you join us.
Happy Valentine's.
Same to you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yes, as you said, it is the true love. If you not even wait for Valentine's Day before we can show love, that makes to this you cannot get back from.
Okay.
And showing love to this you can pay you back is no love according to the word of God. So showing love to this you are not expecting from it's worth something. Let me start with the issue of the gift of interpreting. All this we have together things in that belly. The silver in any tournament is a honor.
Okay.
It's an honor to the country, it's an honor to the player and the rest of it.
Okay.
The silver is an honor. Second place is an honor. Or something. And then they say, why can't they give back the economy? I wouldn't know. We are in the media. The president gives them a cash gift.
Sorry?
All that did the president give them any cash gift?
None that is being reported yet.
The president cash gift. So you can't be saying that we did that economy. What are the president give them? As some do not go and say you need extra budget, you need extra something, and landed property, and those property are already existing. So I don't think it's anything. It's anybody those who are claiming this plan, they will not be claiming their thing. It's just that belly. And those people really say, let me tell you, I didn't even know they will even reach quarter final from the preparation. Even their first game, drawing in with Equatorial Guinea. I mean, I tell you, these people, if they escape the out of this group, they can't make it to the next out of 15. They can't be quarter final. And they're able to do it, surpass everything. After everybody in Nigeria, they said that we are not even expecting any much from them. Even the coach was just able to go and do it. They gave only an extension to even take them there after the contract terminated. Nigeria was not even expecting from the coach. Even the player was, how many of them do you think that we can win? They surpass everybody, even to the final. So to me, they decided that giving them. Whichever is not happy with it, if you show something, you can't get any cash gift. You can't say it's a bad economy you are in. What we give them is what we have in our stock. Then going to the issue you raised about you have to remember the first issue you raised. So these cash gifts are maybe to forget about it.
What issue?
No, the first issue you raised before the cash gift. That's an issue you raised.
Okay, destroying of properties in the airport.
You said what?
Destroying of properties in the airport, but you can call us back when you remember that or you recall that.
Okay, no worry. I mean, I'm done. But there's something I want to contribute in that area. But this cash gift just make me happy. I'm really offended. I mean, I think everybody is saying that we should have returned it. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, GB, for that contribution there. Hello, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning. This is Henry. I'm calling from Cuba.
All right. It's good to have you join us. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I think I don't have any problem with this the gift our proposal for players are gifted. But the problem, the challenge here is this is a promise. Right?
Yeah.
This is a promise. If you check our record and history, there were certain set of players that won or something in Nigeria some years back. And the promise was made to them. Some of them were late before that promise was fulfilled. Is it going to still remain that way? Or are they still doing the more you look, the less?
Let's just see. No.
That's because everything under this administration has been, promise. At the end of the day, we will still go back to where we are.
Well, our fingers are crossed. Thank you so much. Our fingers are crossed, and we're hoping that probably will not just be promises. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mata.
Good morning, Selassie. How are you doing today?
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Happy Val.
Same to you. Happy Valentine's Day.
We should use this opportunity to show love, most especially for the people, for internet displaced places.
Mm-hmm.
People that have been chased from their ancestral home by these monsters. I greet Madam Haruna from Kuje and the listeners and callers of this great radio station.
Mm-hmm.
I want to first of all talk about the gift. There's nothing wrong with that. President promised them. He promised them houses and land. In fact, it's not like what GB said. I didn't even expect them to get to the final. But as God will make it, they do reach final. So there's nothing wrong. The important thing is that they should follow these promises up. We remember during Atlanta 96, where they promised them during the time of Abacha. Those things couldn't, in fact, it was later on that Buhari tried in order to fulfill the promise.
Yeah.
So this should be done. At least they should fulfill the promise. Then come to the issue of destruction. Honestly, I am against that. No matter what, I see no reason that people will be destroying government property. We remember during those like when you talk during the time Naira scarcity and so on and so forth. They shouldn't destroy all this property because they are going to use their hard-earned taxpayers' money in order to get all this. The only thing is they can show their solidarity in the aspect of peaceful protest. That is what is in democracy. Not destroying government property, not setting tires on the road that they spend money in order to build this road. So these are what sometimes causes this pothole because of the tire they burn on the road. It shouldn't happen. So we should discourage that. Whoever that is agree with the government shouldn't come up and discuss. Sometimes we know that sometimes they hire hoodlums in order to come this. So it shouldn't be entertained. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Selassie. Thank you for that contribution right there. If you're angry with the government destroying properties, it should not be the way that you'd express your anger, because it will get you in trouble eventually. It is very clear in the law. So if you break the law, whatever the consequence of the law you have broken is, you should be ready to face it. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, welcome and thanks for joining us on the show.
Yes, sorry, I know that you can't let do this. This is GB. I don't remember now what I want to comment about. It's about the content. It should be paid tax.
All right.
Yes, the register and pay tax because they use government facility. The road they write their account on, all those things they use. It's a government facility.
Hold on.
Taxing them from their income. It's not out of place.
GB, do you pay tax for being on the road?
I said the road that they use is government. They use public money to do that road. So they need to pay tax to government. I don't think you pay them something. They use government facility, and it's from government. Other people's taxes they use, they're able to do that. So they should also contribute to the taxes of the government. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Thank you, GB, for that contribution. Content creators paying taxes. You say they're using government property. I'm still trying to figure that out. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Great, good morning.
Sonny the Prince, happy Valentine's Day.
My dear, happy Valentine.
All right.
Today is a day that someone sacrifices life for love's sake. And at least I'm expecting that government will declare it as a public holiday.
Well, we have too many public holidays already. Let's go on.
That is just that's by the.
Of course.
If someone is talking about tax, I don't overheard the original anything tax or anything that has to do with tax, or maybe I didn't hear you well.
Content creators, like people who create content online, should register with the federal with CAC and start paying tax. What do you make of that?
Well, it depends now. It depends. At least the more there's too much tax and so many things, more things get escalated.
They're like the tax to pay. They're like the tax to pay on our roads. At the end of the day, the other time 50 owe me. VIO was talking about roadworthiness. Now I asked him, the road inside is not worthy. So what is all about the roadworthiness? And sometimes we say to pay tax with I was even asking there, this insurance we pay that will renew on yearly basis. If our vehicle involved in accident, they don't respond. So what's the sense of that insurance we're paying? All these things are renewable every year. And if anything happens, nobody cares. If your car is involved in an accident, you're the one that will take care of your car. If anything happens to your vehicle. So I'm asking them, what's the sense of that insurance we're paying?
Right.
And who are getting the money?
Okay.
Because I believe insurance is to take care of whatever insured.
Of course.
And after paying that insurance, they will still tell you to go and insure your vehicle. So I don't know if federal government will come up and explain the reason of this renewable tax we're paying on vehicles and the road insurance we are renewing every year. Road worthiness, and at the end of the day, roads are not worthy.
All right.
I believe that everybody that makes use of the road pay taxes, and we are not saying it. You understand? It should be a collective thing. I'm talking about one that get angry and destroy property. No, you shouldn't feel for him now. When they give him the bill of what is destroyed, that is when his eyes open. You will know that sometimes as an adult you need to manage your anger.
Thank you so much, Sonny the Prince. Let's take all the calls. Yes, do have a lovely day. Hello, good morning. Oh no. All right. Let's keep it coming through. I was listening to a podcast, and on that podcast they were talking about why businesses in Africa do not thrive as much as businesses outside Africa and outside Nigeria as well. Let's take this call and we'll keep up that conversation. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Macha. Happy Valentine.
Same to you, Abubakar. How are you doing today?
All the callers and listeners of this great nation.
All right, thank you so much.
When we continue placing more restriction on our internet pages, are we encouraging the internet forum to expand to become a world-class internet platform? Just about 24 years ago, Dubai created Internet City. Now that city attracted the global giant companies like Google, Twitter, Facebook, etc. to Dubai. They form a strategic base for internet in the Middle East, covering all the entire country in the Middle East. So it creates wealth. It attracts a humongous GDP for Dubai. But now here, because of political reasons, those in government are placing more restrictions, are closing the gap. Now they are trying to discourage the content creators. What is internet if they are no skilled professional players in the field? If you scare them away, they will go. They will start jackering again. So it's uncalled for. I'm talking of the hungry passengers who suffered disappointment from the airliners and they resorted to destruction. We know it is antisocial to destroy property, but it is antisocial to continue disappointing will-be travelers, passengers, because some of them have been booked for engagement, for investment, for trade that involve billions of naira. And when you disappointed them, you have killed dreams, you have killed the businesses, you killed several meetings. So it is on both sides.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Abubakar, for that contribution. Everything he said, don't scare these people away. Most developed countries we see, once there's an area that is starting to bloom, they will invest in that area. But these are young people out there just trying to get on with their lives, taking advantage of the entire technology thing, and then we're bringing the conversation of taxes and registration of business. That means everyone who has a social media page should start to register their social media pages with CAC, because that's the direct implication of this entire conversation. Why do they have to register? They already pay taxes on the data. We all know how much data costs in this country. You do a 1 month data, they give you 40 gig 1 month. It lasts you 2-3 weeks maximum, depending on what you do online, and then it's gone. You pay taxes heavily there too. You pay taxes, you just shall pay taxes and taxes for these things. Even if you're not a content creator, just a regular user of the social media platforms, you pay lots and lots of taxes on the data and everything that you buy. So why is this a conversation right now? Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, my dear sister Martha.
Alamin, good morning to you.
Yes, thank you. This is Alamin. I'm calling from Central Area.
Oh, you're back
this morning. Yes, so I decided to come back.
It's good to have you back.
Actually, I went for a short program. Coming back to Abuja.
All right, that's good.
Thank you so much, Martha. I think we should we need and should be honest with ourselves.
Okay.
May I confirm to you that the internet city in Dubai, it is not for the poor. The minimum you pay to access the facility, it is not free. If you have to go there, you can't even survive. Even your 10 years minimum salary here in Nigeria, it will not even get you 3 nights there. The internet city is not a charitable, program. It is an strategic economic program that is attracting billions of dollars to the Dubai government. I am 100% that government should tax content creators. These guys are making billions, not even millions. You see someone the next skit, and the next day you see them posting Range Rover, they bought Range Rover. They are buying SUV, they are buying houses worth hundreds of millions of naira. Can we not deceive ourselves anymore? If you're making legitimate earnings from blogging, from content creating, as a responsible citizen, I think you should have a sense of responsibility and accountability to contribute to the development of the country you're making these billions from. You can't tell me the content creator posting buy 2-3 cars within the space of 6 months, buy mansions. We see their lifestyle now, Mike. I don't need to tell you.
But Alamin, do you realize?
For them to pay a fraction of income tax, stipulated by the law, you get a big deal that they shouldn't pay.
Alamin, do you realize that these people do a couple of things together, not just content creation?
No, they're not doing anything together. If that is the problem, then you're the one assuming. They are
influencing for brands as well.
No, I disagree with you, Martha. And the likes of what is name now, the likes of I don't want to give them free publicity. They are 100% content creator. It is a reason now that they got ambassadorial deal with other corporate companies that is also bringing in millions for them.
Okay.
And we are talking of income tax. These people are earning money.
Okay.
In Nigeria, I'm a civil servant. I have paid my income tax.
Okay. All right.
These people are making 10 times of what I make. Even if my 6 month salary is what they make, that's it. So are you telling me they shouldn't pay tax? We should also be advocating that as a civil servant of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I should not also be paying tax. So you should also advocate for me.
Okay. All right.
I think we need to honestly, if we're talking of development, copying other words. There is no way content creator and other clients, are usurping the opportunity and making of the social media space, and they are not remitting tax to the government. It is only in Nigeria.
All right.
That is lawlessness. We want to continue, and we cannot get it right if we want to promote this. It is the tax to develop the country. If you're making money from the country and you don't pay your tax, then you don't the right to criticize the government on the amount of food that is infrastructure.
All right. Thank Thank you so much, Alamin, for that contribution right there. Now, I have an assignment to bring a content creator in the studio right here, and then a lawyer who would help us break this down, because I'm still trying to struggle with, some of the things he said and some of the things, that was agreed on by the by CAC and the FIRS, how they came to that conclusion. But we'll be hearing from a lawyer, and we'll also be hearing from a content creator. And then if we have the opportunity, if we're privileged to have someone from the body who came about this law, we would, have them all in the studio so that we can have this conversation extensively. I'll see what I can do about this. But for now, we will just have this conversation, and then when we have the necessary people to address it here, we will talk about it much more extensively in the studio. But whatever it is, let's keep up with the conversation. This one says, good morning, Martha. This is James from Suleja. Sometimes I wonder who advises these people and what goes through their minds when they come up with these things. The internet have offered Nigerians an opportunity to earn a living in a country where unemployment is now normal. Content creators use their free time and money to leverage on the opportunities the internet offers. A country where monthly data lasts days, the internet has provided far more jobs than the government has. People now get and work remotely. People now leverage on their ideas to earn a living. The traffic, earnings, and audience is online. So why is the government interested in those earnings? Does that mean music artists, movie actors, and other creatives should also go and register with CAC simply because they leverage on the influence of social media seriously? Nigeria is not a real place. Let's move on. Hello, good morning to you.
Mata, permit me, please.
All right, let's hear you.
Abubakar calling back.
Quickly, Abubakar.
Dangote is a brown owner.
Yes.
It's a head of conglomerate of companies.
Product.
It's the richest Africa.
Yes.
And so they are giving him tax holiday. He has already established. It's already a acceptable brand. Africa, even globally. Dangote, he doesn't need introduction. You are giving Dangote tax holiday in cement production, in all other branches of his company, or you are pressurizing a nascent, just a beginner in internet forum, a content creator to start paying taxes because you don't want him to exist, because you want to kill the internet in Nigeria. We should reason reasonably. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abubakar, for your contributions right there. And I want us to understand clearly that a product and services are two different contributions that are being made. Products, these people will pay taxes, of course, because they produce, they manufacture, they use the resources of the country, they use the resources of the nation, to generate income as well. So they will pay these taxes. Even though for some it's getting quite exorbitant, so they have to fold up their businesses because they're now spending much more than they are earning from the business. And then we have the people who offer services. Some of these services are skills that they have. So would you now ask a fashion designer to pay you tax? Okay, maybe on a large scale you might. Would you ask a hairdresser to start paying tax? Would you ask a hairdresser to do that? Should a barber now start to pay tax? Because even indirectly, we already have these taxes infused in the system. They pay taxes indirectly, But like I said, let's not dwell so much on this conversation, because we will be having people who are experts in the field. We'll have a content creator here so that they can tell us how these things work for them, and then we can have a lawyer here who would be able to tell us, what exactly it is. Is it legal? Is it right? Is it out of place? So that we can have a more informed conversation and a more critical conversation right here, because now we have, authorities in that field. Let's take a few more calls and then we're out. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mata.
Yes, welcome and thanks for joining us on the show.
My name is Eze from Suleja.
Eze, it's good to have you join us. Talk to me.
This content creators, please, we would like to, if you can just give a break. That's just a break. Some of us can understand it well. And secondly, to do business in Nigeria here now, many countries, many governments, what they can is at least the goodness of their people. But here in Nigeria, if you save 10 kobo or 50 kobo or even 100 to start something, government is looking for a way to bring you down. Even the Okada riders, the area I'm living in, we cannot tell what they are saying. You pay tax on early in the morning. There's the one that you pay. There's one you pay to local government. There's one you pay to the state government. They create another plot. They say you pay everything. Pay. At the end of the day, even you cannot see what to go home with. In short, we are suffering in this country. We are suffering, great suffering. Nobody cares about the well-being of any candidate or any person, or how he grows up, or how he contributes to his own living. The further is the way to bring that person down as far as have started something to go up. That's why they are talking about this content creators, painters. For what should they pay that tax? Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. Now, I'm sorry, I should have broken that down a bit before we start. But we see content creators are very valuable for the creative and informative, content that they put out there, that they produce, whether working for a company or on their own. But most content creators would rather work on their own. But what does it take to be a content creator? You have to learn about these things, So say, for instance, I am a broadcaster. I am a communicator professionally, of course. And then I now start to make videos online, and I'm trying to help people who struggle with communication. So there are people who don't really know how to communicate, right? So my responsibility online as a content creator in the communications field will now start to break down ways that you can become a better communicator for everyone who's looking at being a great communicator. Communication is very important. It's one of the integral parts of human existence, right? So my responsibility online now, I have decided that since I know so much about communications, what do I want to do? I want to start putting out videos, teaching people how to communicate, rudiments of communication, the do's and don'ts of communication. I start to put that out there. I automatically am a content creator for a particular field. There are people who create content on fashion. They love fashion, so they create fashion content out there. They post it on their pages, hoping to get brands to work with them. So a content creator produces entertaining, helpful, or educational material that caters to the interest and challenges of a target audience. So these days you can find content creators for literally everything. If you don't know how to combine your clothes, there are content creators who specifically help you to match colors. If you don't know your body type, what fits you, what suits you, there are people who can help you break that down. These people came up with these ideas on their own, so that they can help people struggling in this field because they already know it so much. We have broadcasters, we have YouTubers, people who write on the internet space, and social media influencers. So that when I work on a content marketing team, there are people who work on a content marketing team, full-fledged established organization that just feed, or they do basically content, building a professional brand, a content basically, let me not just make it a bit cumbersome. It's just people who create content for a target audience, materials out there that can be helpful to address a difficulty, to address something, one thing or another. So do you think it's fair for people who have invested so much in their learning, which might have not come, the resources that they used to invest in that learning might have not come directly from the government? They have worked so hard to now start to create this content out there. Now they should pay tax when they already have some of these indirect taxes that they need to pay for the courses and all of that. I have my reservations about that, but again, I'm leaving it to when we have the professionals in the studio to have this conversation. Thank you so much for joining us on the General Open Banters. I really appreciate you right here, and I'll see you in the next hour. There, we're doing something more fun. You're giving me your Reese lines. Please keep it locked in. This is Mata, and I will be right back.